Welcome back to the OJ podcast. I'm Olivia. That is Jami. Apparently, my face is the only one on screen. So, Jami, say something.
Oh, yeah. Now that I say something and you're not, now it's on screen.
We've learned we didn't know that was happening the first time
No.
we filmed in this format, but the audio and the reliability was so much better to now we don't care.
Yep.
Yep. Anyway, we're talking about Heated Rivalry again. We're doing episode 5 because we're really trying to get this series finished because honestly, we both like the show. And also, we took a really absurdly long gap. And we want to make sure we give the audience what they want.
Yeah. Especially with episode 4. I don't know if you've looked. It's at 120 views.
Us?
Yeah.
Us?
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Also, we're like up. I think it says we're up like 32 followers in the past month.
Are we entertaining?
I do think it's one of our other series that's really the driving force for our audience, but this one's pretty popular.
And our amazing personalities, Jami.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. Only a personality that amazing, which is Jami. Jami has done all the Dorkostry series.
Yeah.
Sable. Jami's really carrying us. I feel very bad, but I have no idea what to post or film. So it's like,
Well, I've kind of started to slowly drift away from just talking about sports, especially on TikTok. TikTok I'm using a little bit more. Our other social medias kind of stick with it, but like TikTok, I was hyping up Artemis too. I was talking about all that. I've talked about the pit a couple times because I just needed the universe to know.
I mean, I put Survivor on our TikTok.
Yes.
Which is lore everyone knows at this point because I can't go 20 minutes without talking about it. I guess I could do funny book ones because my room's a library, guys.
I did do one recently where I went, I just read a book in 8 hours and I forgot everything about my life. I didn't do anything for 8 hours.
It might be fun when we finish a book to do book reviews on our TikTok.
We could.
Like just do a multifaceted full thing of whatever.
Yeah. We could do each.
Downside is I've been in a massive reading slump, and whenever I pick up the book I'm trying to read right now, somebody's like, Olivia, do this. Olivia, do that. Olivia, we need you for this. And I'm like, okay.
Real. Yeah.
I've read page 1 4 separate times. Like,
I read the first book in the series in 8 hours, and that was last week Thursday, I think. But the second book, I bought it off of Kindle so I could have it. And I've been reading it, but I'm only like halfway through, and like it's Monday, and this is so unusual for me.
Well, I've kind of been doing 2 books. I have an audiobook on right now, called When I Was Death. I think it's technically YA, but it's about this girl whose sister died under mysterious circumstances, but her sister used to work with death, and they would have this death touch and like take people whose lives were about to end, basically.
Okay.
Kind of a weird concept, but I mean, it's been a like pretty interesting audiobook to have going on in the background. The book I'm desperate to start is called The Resurrectionist, which is inspiring my script for the other podcast I work on that takes up fortunately and unfortunately a ton of time because I don't mind working on the other podcast, but I have a lot less like creative control. Yeah. But I do get to like create what I'm interested in. So I guess I do have a ton of creative control.
Well, that could be a new series where we just do book reviews where one of us finishes a book, we review it ourselves and just post it.
Stories I ate this month or something. Throwback to like BookTube.
Anyways, back to Heated Rivalry episode 5.
Sorry guys. We both read it. That's the relevancy.
This episode is probably the fan favorite, could be the next one. Like these last 2
my
are
favorite,
phenomenal. And so last episode we left off of Shane bringing Rose back to his house, and this one opens up to the next day where it's Rose leaving. She has to leave early so that like because she's a movie actress, she gets special pickup privileges from the hotel. So like she has to make sure she's back to the hotel. And then she's like, okay, let's have dinner this week. And you can tell something's off. Something's off between the two. And so we get to dinner, and Rose, like, she tries to slyly kind of go into it, realizes she's talking about it wrong, and immediately just hits Shane with, I think you're gay.
Is she wrong, though?
Yeah. She literally asks, do you like kissing me? And he goes, sure.
Not the answer you want.
No. If you're... And I think Shane's also kind of realizing it at this point too, that like it's not working out with women for him. And Rose, she's such a sweetheart this entire time. Like, she's super supportive of him. Like, she does not care. Like, she's like, I am here for you. And like, she starts asking these questions, like, if you've ever been with another man, or like, was it better with another man? Like, kind of those questions.
Wasn't it?
And there's cute little flashbacks to moments with Ilya, and it's the literal cutest thing ever. And fun fact, people on the internet have figured out with some of these flashbacks, they're actually different than what happened in the show. They're a little bit more sweeter, a little bit more what Shane saw in his head. Like, oh my God.
My favorite little coward's manipulating his memories.
Like, oh my God. And so these two end up deciding to be friends, obviously. And Rose, like, really wants to be friends. Like, she likes Shane as a friend, and she wants to make sure he's around. And then we cut over to Svetlana and Ilya. They're in bed. They're talking hockey, like, typical things. And Svetlana then brings up typical that, things, like...
hockey in bed.
Very normal. It's normal for them.
For them, keyword. You rushed it like it was normal for everyone. Maybe you, Jamie, but not everyone.
I don't... I'm usually on the couch talking about hockey.
You say.
And so Svetlana brings up Shane on her own. She brings him up and is like, oh, he's so hot and such a good player. And Ilya's like, because Ilya's still mad at Shane at this point. And then she implies that
Svetlana just knows. Like,
she knows. Pretend. That woman knows. And she implies that, like, Shane will, or Ilya, oh my God, words. That Shane will center Ilya, that Ilya will have to change positions for the All-Star game, and he'll have to be a winger, which in hockey world, if you don't know that deeply, because this isn't a show that's really about hockey, like, center is the star, like, that's the quarterback. Like, you want to be the center. They make the big plays, stuff like that. You wouldn't see... Like, there's a lot of teams that don't have star centers, and, like, that's a thing. But, like, Ilya wants to make sure he's center. So that was a little offensive to him. A little offensive.
I have to say, I know I haven't seen the episode in a while, but one of my favorite parts of the show is how they would, like, broadcast the hockey games through what we would see as an audience and how they progressively made it look more modern. I think the way they showed time continuity in the entire show is very, very impressive and well done, and it really does help you get engrossed into the story, despite the fact that the characters don't look like they're aging really at all.
No.
And I appreciated that of the show, so good job, guys.
Hudson and Connor do not look like 30-year-old men.
No.
Which is what they're supposed to be at the end of this.
How old are they in real life? I'm Googling it.
They're like 25, 24. I think Connor's younger. 23. I'm going to guess Connor's 23 and Hudson's 25.
24 or 25.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Francois is 40.
Oh, he's old. Yeah, he's old. But he's meant to be old. He's like Scott Hunter.
29, age gap. Wee woo, wee woo.
shown in the books too.
Age gap. I didn't read that one. I didn't care as much.
It's not as big of an age gap as the actual age gap relationship in the books. I think Eric and what's his face? Oh God, I think they're close to 20 years.
So what I'm hearing is Shane and Ilya are one of the few to get into age-appropriate relationships, even if it took them 10 years to get there.
Fabian and Ryan are the same age because they knew each other when they were teenagers.
Listen, I'm just trying to sell a story here. You don't need to prove me wrong.
I feel like Troy and what's his face, like Harris, are around the same age too. So there's 2 age gaps. You're really forcing
That's 2 more than what it should be.
Age gaps aren't bad when you're at a certain age and a certain stage in your life. They're all
agree,
at that stage in their life.
For the Scott and Kip one, I think the power dynamic is a bit more shown even without the age gap. Kip is a grad student, and he's a millionaire. Scott's a millionaire, and if you look at it through the lens of the show, basically, Scott, for the first part, is basically keeping Kip there through the promise of, like, yes, love, but also look at all I can provide for you. And that power dynamic is definitely different. Like, he tries to buy him into school to keep him appeased.
Yeah.
Are they problematic?
No.
They might be.
No. No, because Kip kind of doesn't like when Scott is very showy.
Just because he doesn't like it doesn't mean Scott isn't like that.
Okay, Scott isn't like that. Do you see that man? That man's a ball of anxiety. What?
Let me be. I gave my take.
You act like you didn't have a dream of just marrying a millionaire.
I wouldn't call that a dream. I'd call that, like, an ideal situation where I don't have to deal with anything.
Logic, money.
Think about it, though. Like, not struggling.
Like, it's true. That is true. And Kip's not struggling anymore.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So how is it different?
Am I not allowed to call out the show, though, if I notice something?
Okay.
This is a podcast. Aren't I supposed to share my thoughts?
Okay.
Do I not have free will, Jamie?
Yeah, but I can judge your thoughts freely also.
That's not how this works. This isn't a party system. This is a me system.
Anyways, we get to the All-Star game down in Florida. You know, we got Ilya in his Hawaiian shirt sitting at the bar drinking a beer, and we got Shane walking up looking quite nice. He's pulled a fit together.
You got a stylist is what that's code for.
Ilya's like, did you bring anyone? And Shane immediately is like, no, I didn't bring my parents. Like, that's not what Ilya's asking.
They're the only people in Shane's life.
Like, that's not what Ilya's asking. He's asking about Rose. And then Shane admits he hired a stylist because, you know, Ilya was teasing him about looking all nice.
Speaking of stylists, are you stuck on Coachella style TikTok at the moment?
God,
I keep
no.
going, don't watch, or like, don't recommend. And it's all I'm getting on my feed right now.
Currently, well, the past couple days, I think it's gone away. I had a lot of, like, sport media working in sports.
That makes sense.
Or the Artemis 2, I still had that stuff. Yeah, no.
I got pigeon raising in New York, and I got a lot of Coachella. And I'm like, this isn't meant for me. This is meant for Kai, the pigeon part, not the Coachella part. But I enjoyed the pigeon part.
I've maybe watched one Coachella video, and it was just someone showing how they're camping out at the back of their car.
I've gotten a lot of those, too. Those I find more entertaining, because I'm like, why would you shove yourself in a desert, in a tent, or not even in a tent, sometimes in the back of your car for days on end? That doesn't sound very fun to me. It sounds like you kind of feel a little icky, but I'm a person who needs my luxuries, like a shower.
I'm not a music festival person in any way, shape, or form in any sort of situation. So if I ever get famous enough to be invited to Coachella, I'm saying hell no.
I'll take your ticket. It's a free experience, and that means they're paying for my nice housing.
They might not be paying for your housing. You might be out of the back of your car. They might only be paying for that ticket.
They need to get me housing. Housing and a free ticket. No, those are our requirements. Jami will just stay in the house.
Yeah, I'm just not a festival
She'll take the trip to Arizona for funsies.
Yeah. Invite me to F1 races. That'll say yes to. Or any other cool sport, any sporting event. I'll say yes to any sporting event. It could be the littlest sporting event in the world. I will say yes if I get to go for free.
At Boston Celtics playoff tickets? ?
She immediately has to plug herself in small chance.
Hey, who knows? One of them might see and be like, we'll give her nosebleeds, and I'll be like, yay. I'd be thrilled.
Yeah, I guess nosebleeds, Minnesota Wild tickets. I'm down.
We're manifesting. I got Italian, but these are my manifesting fingers.
Okay. Then we get the pool scene in the show, which the pool scene is super cute. It's Shane's like sitting on a chair by the pool, sunglasses on, watching Ilya play with these little kids and playing like sharks and minnows and stuff, and Ilya's like, oh, I'll buy everyone a candy bar if they beat me. And obviously he lets them beat him. And he goes over to Shane and asks for his wallet.
Was Sharks and Minnows like the go-to game of your swim team as well?
Yeah, a little bit. We would sometimes play water polo.
Yeah, it was water polo or Sharks and Minnows. But water polo ended with multiple people having broken fingers. So it ended up being more... we were competitive.
Yeah.
I can think of 2 broken finger incidents from water polo.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we've ever broken a finger.
Not as hardcore.
While the pool scene is going on, there's kind of like flashbacks to the All-Star game. And after like Ilya passes the puck to Shane and Shane scores, Ilya comes over and gives him a big ol' smooch on the helmet.
Aw, somebody in AO3 in that universe is like,
oh my god! Someone is like, oh my god, that means they're together, guys. Like, this is, I know it's
all normal. The fan edits that came out from this, they're like, I knew it. Everyone else is like, it's just a dramatic forehead, like, helmet kiss. What are you talking about? Jami would be in the corner going, I knew it, guys!
It's a normal...
I would too, though, in all fairness.
I know it's a normal hockey thing, but there's definitely fangirls out there that are like, whoa.
Jami and I would both fall victim into the edit. And it's okay.
I fall victim to edits very quickly. Mm-hmm. Very quickly. If you can edit something well, you can pretty much convince me.
How do you think she got into F1 and hockey? And well, you liked hockey before, but
I liked hockey before. You can't even me. I've been getting a lot of tennis edits.
If you ask me to, I'm not talking about tennis, so you'll got to find someone else.
I'll send you one later.
I don't want to watch tennis, Jami.
It's not the tennis that's the thing. It's not
the amount of interest I have in tennis equates maybe to the amount of interest I have in golf.
Tennis is 10 times more interesting to golf, and I will stand on this hill.
I agree, it is more interesting, but in terms of my interest level, no, I agree with you. But in terms of my interest level, like as a sport, I find tennis more. But like in terms of me wanting to watch it, it's at the same level. It's just not going to happen. Soccer's also there. I have no interest in soccer or football.
Okay, but would you become interested if we got free tickets?
Obviously, free tickets. Sponsor me.
Yeah, soccer, I just, like, we're from the United States. It's not a big thing. I don't know much about it. Like,
Boston apparently has the team.
Minnesota has a team.
I think we're the Revolutions or something. I think they play where the Pats play. I don't know.
I think Wisconsin's just FC football club.
I have no idea.
I don't remember.
I don't follow it. I don't care.
Tennis I could get into. Am I ever gonna actually get into? No, unless I'm like invited to go and I actually start watching a lot more of matches in person. I'm never gonna watch it on TV. Like,
it's just not for me. I like swimming. I like watching people run really fast, but only over short distances. I like gymnastics. I like basketball. I don't mind baseball, but I prefer to be there in person.
yeah.
Baseball's an in-person sport for me. I find it like that whole atmosphere is way better.
I know.
I can't follow the puck in hockey, which is the only thing holding hockey back. That and the fact that the Whalers are gone. Oh. And then football, I fell off once Brady left the Patriots, but I'm still technically a New England. I'm still a New England fan. I hardcore rooted for them in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I have weird interests in sports because, like, I'm down to watch anything as long as it's with other people.
I find volleyball actually kind of fun.
Golf is like golf is my big.
I don't get golf.
I don't get
it. I like mini golf.
Like, oh my god, the amount of guys. I think, okay, I'm in a sport management class right now, and I think almost every single guy in that class was watching the Masters in class. And I don't get it. I don't get it.
Not for me.
I was looking at their screens, and I'm like, what are you even watching? They're just hitting a ball for like miles.
And you can't even like really interfere with anybody. Whereas like, think about it. In croquet, you can even hit other people's ball away from the like the fence thing. Arch. Whatever it's called. You can't do that in golf, really.
Yeah. Golf is
so dumb.
So individualized to the point that it makes it boring. Mm-hmm. I just don't get it.
Anywho, Heated Rivalry.
Yes. They had a nice Sunset Beach meetup, which Ilya clarified with Shane that him and Rose, like Shane and Rose, aren't together anymore because he had to look up the word compatible just in case. Which ends up being the hotel meetup, which is probably my favorite part of the episode. I think this whole sequence in the hotel room is my favorite part over the ending, which I feel like yeah.
My favorite part is Ilya panicking and the announcers going, "Oh, what a good sport." I'll talk more about that later, but I find it so funny.
I am an Ilya girl through and through. Like, in the books, in the TV show, I love Ilya to death, but that's also I relate to him a little bit more. There's some things I relate to with Shane, but like I relate to him a little bit more. So like the whole hotel room was it was both of them centered, but one sec. Comes out to Ilya. Oh my god.
What?
And Ilya, you know, at first was like, why are you telling me this? Like, what does this do? And Shane's like, this is a big deal. And Ilya's like, okay, it's a big deal. Okay, I get it. And this is a big significant thing that changed from the books. Shane actually apologizes for running out on Ilya and like apologizes multiple times, which is something that does not happen in the books. In the books, it kind of just gets brushed over. And then this is why it's my favorite part. Ilya, they're like, Shane's like, do you want this to be something more than what it is? Like, do you want this to be a relationship? And Ilya's like, we can't. And like, Shane's like, why? And Ilya's like, Russia, my family, like I can't go back home if this ever comes out. Like I can't be gay and go back to Russia. Like that's just but Ilya and so Ilya then tells Shane that like his brother and his dad are police, and like he tells Shane that his mom is dead. His mom died when he was really young, and then also tells Shane that his dad has dementia. And so Ilya starts crying, and at first he turns away, which I know why he turns away, because he's been told his entire life like crying's not a manly thing, like because of like who his dad is. And so he turns away, and Shane immediately was like, whoa, you need comfort right now, like comforts him, like hugs him. And it's like the tightest hug ever. Oh my god, it's just so cute, and like really shows the development in their relationship. I just love it. And so we then cut to like the next game that they play against each other. And this time, instead of meeting after the game, they're meeting before the game. They're getting a little riskier here. Nothing really happens. It just kind of shows them being together and joking around and stuff before the game. And like, Shane being like, "Oh, we're gonna beat you tonight," and Ilya being like, "Oh yeah." And then we cut to a little bit of the game. Ilya's being his normal self in the locker room. He's like, "I will give $1,000 to everyone who scores a goal tonight." And then we get to like, I think it's the end of the game, and Ilya's like, "No, no, 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 no! I told you all that you give me $1,000 for every goal I score tonight. So that means all of you guys owe me $3,000 because he scored 3 goals." Which then moves on to Ilya gets a call from Alexei, and it, like the music cuts out when he says hello, and like it then cuts to Shane in his locker room. And I think it's like the next day or something, potentially. I don't know for sure. But JJ is talking about Ilya like not going home to or going with Boston to Nashville like he was supposed to. Like he didn't go on a separate plane. Like he never landed in Nashville. Like he is not with his team. And Hayden's like, "Oh, did he get injured last night?" And Shane's like, "No." Hayden's like, this is the funniest part. Hayden's like, "Oh, is he sick or something?" And Shane goes, "No." And then he has to backtrack, and he goes, "He didn't look like it." Okay, Shane. Okay. Being a little obvious there.
Quite suspicious of him. I have appeared.
Nice jump in.
Wait.
And so and she disappears again. We then get, obviously Shane's panicking now, texting Ilya. We get him in his like live kitchen, and he's also panicking and like texting Ilya, and he calls Ilya, and Ilya doesn't answer. Yes. And so Ilya's then in bed, and not Ilya's in bed, Shane's in bed, and finally Ilya calls him, and immediately Ilya notices that Shane's wearing glasses and is obsessed. Obsessed.
I don't blame him, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Make sure Shane has the glasses on at all times. And Ilya tells Shane his father's passed, like he's back in Moscow, all of this. We get that phone call. And then we cut to Ilya's like with his family at like, kind of like a celebration for life, like kind of, and like a dinner with his family because his father passed. And we get a moment where we have Alexei and Ilya yelling at each other. They're fighting. They're also hitting. Like this is physical too. And so And like Alexi's like, you owe me
I really
all
did
of this.
like Alexi.
Oh, well,
He makes
yeah.
me feel very sad.
He's meant to be an asshole.
I know, but like still.
Yeah. But he's like, you owe me all this. I had to take care of father, and you just ran away to be some superstar. Like,
For the record, he did a
celebrity.
terrible job as well.
Yeah. He was constantly calling Ilya for help. Like, what?
Whatever. I have no respect for that man.
And Ilya's like, yeah, I paid for like everything for you. Like, all of that. I even paid for the coke you're snorting. Like, Ilya's like, get your bullshit
He's
out of here.
He's spitting facts, though.
Mm-hmm.
Man's completely right.
Spitting facts. Svetlana comes in and tries to like get the conversation, get them off of each other, which then we get Alexei calling Svetlana a whore, which Ilya loses his shit, rightfully
As
so.
he should.
Mm-hmm. Loses
Don't
his
degrade
shit.
Svetlana like that.
No.
Or any woman like that.
And so Ilya says that Alexei can have his apartment in Moscow. I think it's in Moscow. I don't know. Ella's gonna be so mad if she watches this and I'm not telling the right city.
Pretty sure it's Moscow.
I'm pretty sure
I think you're right.
Mm-hmm. And is like, I'm not paying you a dime except that apartment, but I will have a trust made for your daughter for that she can access when she's 18.
Imagine how much money Ilya just saved.
Oh, yeah.
It's an impressive amount.
That girl, if she needs to get away from her father, will be able to.
And she honestly probably will.
Oh, she probably
Hate
will.
to break it.
But afterwards, Ilya, obviously needing comfort, calls Shane, and we get probably...
Hey, this scene is also amazing, by the way.
Oh,
this episode's just so good. It's my favorite.
So
Jamie said it's one of everyone's like top 3. Oh, I have poor connection. Can you still hear me?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay. Jamie's like, yeah, it's like in most one of I am the basic person who's like episode 5. Yes, yeah. Episode 5. Mm-hmm.
I like episode 4 because it's kind of angsty, and I love my angst. Anyways, but we get this monologue of Ilya telling Shane all of these things in Russian because he can't think of the words in English at the moment. And he's like how everyone is just always asking of him so much and he never wants to come back again, and like this isn't a home for him. And then
in the book, isn't he panicking that Shane might secretly have known Russian or was recording
I think so.
him? Yeah.
I think so. And then he starts like talking about like Svetlana and how she's like a great friend and a great person to be around and how much he loves her. And then he goes, but not like the way I love you. Shane doesn't know that Ilya is
Shane is blissfully unaware. Yeah. I love this scene too. This episode's just phenomenal. It has like all my favorite scenes from the entire series. Wow.
Yeah. But
so good.
Ilya then confesses his love to Shane, says, I love you, like all of this. And Shane's just blissfully unaware, just sitting there smiling, listening to Ilya talk. But we move on. It's the next week. Ilya's back in the US. It's Montreal versus Boston. We have Shane, you know, does something unusual and while they're like warming up. So when you warm up in hockey, you can't pass the center red line. You have to stay on your side, obviously. But Ilya's like stretching in the middle. And so Shane comes over too and is like, are we still on for tonight? You know, ooh, are we still on?
In public? Shane! And getting feisty over here.
And Shane like skates back over to Hayden, who's over like by the bench, and Hayden's like, oh, what did you two talk about? And Shane's like, oh, I offered my condolences. And Hayden's like, oh, what did he say? And Shane goes, oh, he said fuck you.
Which is believable. Because
it's 100% believable. Yeah. Hayden bought it immediately. But yeah, they start off the game and immediately Shane gets hit hard by Marlowe. Down on the ice, not moving. He's been hit.
I love this scene.
And I want to point out we have Hayden going at Marlo, being like,
oh, Hayden is like,
you throwing it,
my guy,
like throwing punches, and then
get you a bestie like Hayden.
Yeah, and then so for the show, in the show, Ilya is like kind of off to the side, just staring at Shane's lifeless body, not
so
moving.
Good.
Everyone else
the
is getting
fanfic writers were back at it again, being like, "What?
Yeah,
guys, evidence! Check out this video.
More evidence!" But like,
I love how they made the announcers
the
over it though. This was one of the parts where I like really enjoyed the like TV broadcast version. Yeah. Like I think it added so much to it as well because obviously we know what's going on internally. Yeah. But the world doesn't. No. So they're just seeing Ilya acting strangely nice. The respect he has for Hollander is just truly admirable.
But you're supposed to get off the ice in these kind of situations to allow like medical to be able to get through and stuff. And Ilya's not moving, and he has to be pushed off of the ice. Like, this man has to be forced off the ice. But in the books...
Suspicious.
Oh, yeah. In the books, I want to point this out. So in the books, Ilya's actually, like, standing over Shane and is like, Shane, get up. Like, get up, Shane. Shane, get up. And then Shane says in the book, Ilya, they can see us. Which
I think I like the way the show did it better.
Really?
I do.
I really like the Ilya, they can see us line.
I like that line too. Like, I do think it's impactful, but I think just the pure shock and horror, I think that's honestly more realistic. Because if you think about it, Shane's knocked out like cold turkey.
Yeah.
He's not, like, I don't think he's in the headspace at all to even realize Ilya's near him. So I think realistically, having Ilya around him just looking horrified and the rest of the world's just kind of wondering what's going on. And granted, they still have that wondering looking over. But I don't think that dialogue is necessarily needed for us to get the impact of the scene where it's like,
yeah, and
the whole world is seeing that they're clearly closer.
Especially when we get to like Shane being like wheeled out by the paramedics, and like the paramedics are like, yep, your coach is calling your parents, like all of this, blah blah blah. And Shane's like, call him, like make sure he knows I'm all right. And they're like, your dad knows. And he's like, no, Ilya.
But it's so good. Like, I think that's, if you're in a haze or like a fugue state, I feel like you're not going to be thinking about that.
Yeah.
You're going to be thinking like, make sure I'm alive. Make sure, you know, like, I don't think your first thought is, oh, the rest of the world's seeing this. I think your first thought is, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it personally. I don't think it would have mattered too much either way how they did it. But I don't know. I just thought this was like a sweeter way to show it.
Yeah. Well, we then get the icon of the show, which is drugged up.
Will you come to the cottage with me? Don't go to Russia. You can stay here. We'll have such a nice time. It's so quiet. It's been a while since I've recited the whole monologue.
You're not reciting this very well.
I just like the will you come to the cottage with me? Don't go to Russia.
But yes, Shane is drugged up. And so Ilya shows up to the hospital, obviously, because Ilya's like, I need to see him. In the books, actually, I will point this out.
So cute. It's so cute.
I will point out in the books, Ilya was planning on breaking up with Shane at this point.
He was. That did not go as planned.
No. It didn't go as planned in the books. It didn't go as planned in the show. But Ilya's like standing by the door most of the time, and Shane first off goes, Ilya!
He's high as a kite.
Oh, it's so high.
Suspicious again, by the way.
And then
there's no cameras here.
And then he's like, come here, and like trying to make Ilya come closer, like, come here, like, and like forcing him to, because Ilya's like, shut the fuck up. Like, people are all around. And then Ilya finally gets closer, holds his hand, and he goes, better. Drugged up Shane is an icon. And so we then get, obviously, the icon iconic line of, "Will you come to my cottage with me? It'll be so private. We will be all alone. We could have a week.
It's so good. Drugged Up Shane is the
two."
best Shane. I'm sorry.
I love Drugged Up Shane. And Ilya doesn't agree right away because once again, he was planning on breaking up with him. Like, and then he got asked to go to a cottage. Plans. Yeah. But eventually a nurse comes in, and I love the nurse going, "You're not gonna strangle him, are you, Mr. Rosenov?"
Maybe for fun.
Anyways,
I'm gonna leave now.
And then Shane immediately goes into a really deep voice of being like, "Hello, goodbye,
holiday."
Yeah, and
Avec Russian
walking out is just going, "Shh, shh, keep quiet, keep your mouth shut,
secret, secret boyfriend."
Then we get. I will add in, we do have Shane like on the couch watching Ilya in the playoffs. Shane's mom is like, "Oh yeah, he's clearly injured. Like there's something definitely wrong with his ribs. He's like protecting that side." Shane does not know this at this point, so Shane immediately texts Ilya going, "How are your ribs?" Because his mom is just like psychic somehow. And then we get to the final game.
Yuna. Is her name Yuna?
Yeah, it's Yuna. We get to the final game. It's the Stanley Cup game. It's Admirals versus, I think, San Francisco. No, I don't remember who they're against.
Doesn't matter.
The Admirals end up winning, which everyone was like, to be expected. Good for Scott Hunter. You know, it was his year. Blah 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 blah. And then we get Scott asking Kip to come down to the ice. And
it's important to note that he was looking around at all the couples like around him, and he's like, "Wait a second.
Yeah, wait a second.
I want this.
I want my boyfriend.
I deserve this. I want my partner down here. Why does everyone else get to have the cute moment and I don't?"
Oh yeah. And so the announcers are like, "Oh, he's inviting someone from the crowd. Oh, it must be like just a fan.
Who's the lucky lady?
Like, all of this, like blah blah blah." Kip's like, "What are you doing?" Kip's
I'm
like,
not ready to be a celebrity. I thought I had another 2 weeks.
And so we got Scott kissing Kip in front of the entire world. Live on camera. And pretty much announcing he's gay. And he is the first person to come out as gay. And we get this cool like shot of like kind of like circling around Ilya and Shane as they're both like, "No fucking way you can do that."
Whoa. We have the right to be individual people and not part of the bigger league.
Yeah.
We have freedom. I
know. Wild. But
crazy stuff.
Obviously, that stirs something in Ilya. He immediately calls Shane, and Shane just starts off like, "What the what is that?"
Whoa. And this is the craziest thing.
"I'm coming to the cottage." End scene.
It's so good. This episode is so good.
Great episode.
I love episode 5, guys. Highly recommend.
Love it.
I think it was like the highest rated episode of any TV series ever.
It was, and then all of the people who hate gays started downvoting it.
Well, it did share that honor with Breaking Bad, should not have been review bombed, and was an amazing episode. So, there you go.
Great episode. Hope you guys liked this episode. Obviously, most people like this episode, so like, you should like us talking about it because it's a great episode.
Duh. Listen to Jamie. Duh.
But yeah, I hope you guys liked it. Obviously, there's only one more episode left, sadly. So that review will be coming out in a couple weeks after this one. We actually started a filming schedule. I wrote up a filming schedule. Look at me go, guys. But go follow all of our other social medias. Also, go watch all of our other videos and like our videos, please. tells us what you want to watch now that we're gaining more
Give
followers.
us engagement.
Yes. But yeah, our
comment, subscribe, all that jazz.
Oh yeah, all of the typical YouTuber things. Turn on your notifications. I don't know why that's a
Click
thing.
that
but...
bell.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so like 2016. So
yeah, that's the last time I fully paid attention to YouTube. Now I just watch clips of like my 600-pound life today.
Okay, I still watch actual YouTubers, so none of them.
I do on occasion. There's a few that I've been subscribed to since I was like a child.
Yeah, I watch pretty popular ones, so none of them actually ask for, all of that. But go follow our YouTube, all of our other YouTube stuff. We review our main like podcast thing is reviewing F1 races, and we also have F1 for
Easy
Dummies
content for us. We don't have to think too much about that.
We also have Dorkostry, which is kind of my silly little editing thing that I've been doing.
At some point, George will make an appearance. Okay. I will figure it out, guys. George fans, I will get this started at some point.
But we will also review other sports TV shows, anything you guys want us to. We do plan on probably doing the off-campus series because neither of us.
Is that based off the L. Kennedy books?
Yeah, I've read one of the books. Olivia's read
any
none.
Of them.
But
I have no interest to unless the show is really good, and even then, I don't have that much interest in reading them.
Maybe
I don't know.
Maybe we'll see Ella in those videos because she actually has read the entire series and loves the series.
Oh yeah, that'd be fun for her to make a guest appearance.
So
we need
maybe
more
she'll
guests.
make a guest appearance in those. But if you have any other sports TV shows you want us to review, please comment them. We will do it. But yeah, go follow our TikTok and Instagram, which is our short form video content. I've been getting better at posting on both. And then we also have Olivia talking about Survivor on Twitter, and
a lot of people see them, just not a lot of people engage with them.
Yeah. So we also
that's
have
kind of what Twitter is, so I'm not like butthurt about it.
But yeah, Twitter's kind of died off.
It has, but the Survivor fandom lives strong everywhere. Trust me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of our socials are 2OJ Podcast, 2OJ Pod, or OJ Pod. We will see you in the next episode of whatever you want to watch. Bye.
Probably Heated Rivalry to finish the series.